The majority of us know what number lines are, and sometimes they can get a little tricky, but how do you name points on a number line? I have a couple of questions to show you that deal with how to name points on a number line, so let's get into that right now.
It's like every day.
Here's the first question, and this one is asking which letter on the number line below represents a fraction equivalent to 4/6. So the first thing then that we have to do is find out what is 4/6 and if this can be reduced. So first of all, you see that they are even numbers. You have a 4 at the top, 6 at the bottom. They're both even. That means if they're even, they can be halved or reduced using the 2 times table, right? So you half the 4, which will give you the 2, and then you half the 6, which will give you a 3. So 4/6 then is the same as 2/3. So now we know what to look for after we name the points on the number line. So here we have the AB, then we have 1, CD, and then you have 2. So the best thing to do here is to count until you get to the whole number. So you have 1, 2 points before you get to the whole number. So if it's 1, 2, 3, then this is 1/3 because it's out of 3. 2/3, 3/3, right? 3/3 is always equal to a whole number, and then it would go on 4/3, 5/3, and 6/3. But the question's only asking for up to 2/3 because we already reduced it. So you can clearly see then that it is B. With this one, we're going to read through the question first, and then we're going to look at the choices because it's quite a large piece of paper here. So on the number lines below, shown below, which are here, there's 3 of them, points Y and point Z represent fractions that are equivalent to the fraction represented by point X. So I think the best thing to do here then is to name all the points on the number line first, and we can look to see what our choices are at the bottom of this paper. So here we have from 0, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is in fourths, right? So 1/4, this is 2/4, this is 3/4 here, and this is 4/4 here. And how you know you're always right is by the time you get to the same number over each other, it's going to equal a whole part. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is in eighths, right, because of the total. So we're going to label that. And then we're going to see how many notches are on the bottom one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 12. So then we're going to label these in increments of twelfths. Okay, so we've got that all labeled. So let's look at the question now. So the question is asking us, which fractions do points Y and Z represent on the number line? Okay, so now because you've got all your points labeled, now you can have a look at the choices that they give us and see which one makes sense. So point Y represents 4/6. Let's see if that's correct. Let's move the paper down a bit. So we're going to be moving it back and forth anyway. So point Y represents 4/6. Is that right? No. So we're eliminating A. Let's look at our second choice. Point Y represents 4/6. And point Z represents 9/12. Is that right? Point Y represents 4/6. Nope. So let's go on to the third choice. Point Y represents 6/8. Okay, that first part is correct. And point Z represents 9/12. Okay, good. So there we go, right? 6/8 and 9/12. So then you know that the answer is D. Yes, okay, I know. I totally missed the other part of choice C, but I did get to it. The answer is D without missing too much information. So I apologize about that mistake, but you get the gist. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in another math video. Thank you for watching. Class dismissed.